Hey guys, it's Miss Reed. Today is May 15th. It is Friday, so happy Friday. Today we're going to be doing American Revolution, Lesson 10, but it's a weekly review and recap, so you won't have any new reading or new skills to learn today, but you will be practicing everything that we've done so far this week. So that includes morphology with prefixes, and that includes vocabulary from all the chapters we've read, and that includes subject-verb agreement. So review real quick. Remember, subjects, the who or what a sentence is about. These are all different examples of different subjects in different sentences. Miss Reed, she's the who or what. The dog, the book. Make sure, I wanna point out this one too. The dog plays fetch with his owner. In this sentence, the dog is the subject because the dog is the who or what is doing something. The owner is in that sentence and he's a noun, but don't get confused because the owner is not the subject because he's not the person that's doing something or the main person or thing that the sentence is about. So the dog is actually the subject in that sentence. Remember, singular and plural subjects. A singular subject refers to only one person, place, or thing. A plural subject refers to more than one person, place, or thing. So remember, singular one, plural more than one. Reviewing verbs. Remember, an action verb is what the subject is doing. There are other types of verbs, but we're just focusing on action verbs for now. So in each of these examples, the verb is in blue. It is what is being done in a sentence or what the subject is doing. So remember that these are your subject and verb agreement rules. So the same applies to pronouns. If something is singular and it's only one, typically to the verb you just add s, unless they have certain endings, in which case you may have to add an es to the verb, or you may have to drop a y, change it to an I, and add an es. Remember, plural, for plural subjects, the verbs do not change. They stay the same. Remember, if you just say it out loud, it'll make more sense to you because we do this naturally without even thinking about it. So you're going to complete a Google Doc that is reviewing the subject-verb agreements. So make sure you do that to the best of your ability. Do not send me a blank document. It's just going to keep getting sent back to you. Remember, morphology this week, we did prefixes in and im. Remember, they mean the exact same thing when they're added to a word. They both make the word mean not that thing. So, but the only reason we use I am is if the root word, the original word, starts with an M, a P, or a B. So example, if we're starting with the word possible, but we want to say that something is not possible, we would add I am because it begins with a P. However, most words that if they don't begin with M, P, or B, if you want to say that something is not another thing, you want to change that word, you usually just add IN. So an example, correct does not begin with M, P, or B. So if we want to say something was not correct, we change it to incorrect. So again, these are the, if my computer works, these are the words that we talked about that are the affixed words. So perfect would become imperfect and whatnot. So you're going to be using these words as well. These are I am. These are in prefixes. This is your vocabulary for the last few chapters. So make sure you go through that. Your Google Forms will be on all of these vocabulary words. It should be very easy for you to get correct because the answers are all on this slide, as are the answers for the morphology pretty much. So make sure that you're doing your best work or you won't be entered into the raffle. And finally, we have 2 Liberty Kid videos for you to watch today. They are Lafayette arriving and Honor and Compromise. So there's 2 videos. Remember, there's no additional reading, so it's all review of skills that you've done so far. So make sure you're doing your best work, and I look forward to seeing who wins the pizza this week.